शलाख्या चक्षुरुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय राधिकाय प्रियात्मने श्रीश्रीमद्भक्तिवेदान्त श्रीनारायण स्वामी नामने श्रीकृष्णामिलकथने सुदक्षमोदरे माधुर्य गुणैश्चयुक्तं वरवरेण्यं पुरुषं नारायणं तं शिरसा नमामि। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णाय भूतले श्रीमद्भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नामने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो विष्णुपदाय आचार्य सिंह श्री श्रीमद्भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशवितनामने अतिमत्तचरित्राय स्वाश्रितानंद चपालिने जीवादुखे सदाताय श्रीनाम प्रेमदायिने नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णाय बुद्धवैष्णवते भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती नामने जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरे
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, by the mercy of the Lord, once again, by the mercy of the Lord, by the mercy of our Guru Varga, by the mercy of our Gurudev, we have come here again to discuss some Gopal Champu. And we are again starting Gopal Champu. We are again starting the Gopal Champu. We were discussing last time, you remember? What did we speak? Anybody remembers what we spoke last time about Gopal Champu? Anything?
That written by Shivaji Goswami and Champu, meaning of Champu. We spoke about the different Mangala charms. Spoke about the Mangala charms. The Atma Vinasha. Namaste Atma.
You mean the
This type of Mangala charm. I really need to shout out.
Yeah, we were discussing the invocation of this, which is written by Srila Yoga Swami Pad. Srila Yoga Swami Pad, when he is writing, he was so happy in speaking this. This is the Mangalacharan that he wrote. Shri Krishna, Krishna Chaitanya, Sanatan Rupak, Gopal, Raghunathap, Braj Vallabh, Pahimam. So he is describing that he himself wrote this invocation shlok, and he himself also defined this shlok. And he is giving that there are, in one way we can understand that there are three ways that we can translate this shlok. We read how three ways, that one is the devotee, one is the Lord and his devotees. One is the meaning of the shlok only to be mentioning only the Lord, and one is the devotees and the Lord. So last time we were discussing this, that looks like the first and the third are the same, yeah, but it is not. The first meaning is that you are giving prominence, that it is the Lord who is prominent here in the shlok and his devotees along with him. And the second is that the devotees are most prominent here. It is mentioning the devotees, but also the Lord. So this is the difference between the first and the third. And then we also were discussing the meaning of the word Champu. Champu, the meaning of the word Champu is, which is prose and poetry together. When you compose like that, it is called Champu. And also it is describing that whoever hears this gains amazement. He gains amazement and he's amazed at this. And this is the, I think, we will also discuss this, that anybody who hears this collects a lot of spiritual benefit, and this is the, I think, the only scripture, if somebody else remembers, this is the only scripture which is speaking about the pastimes of the Lord in Golok, in the spiritual world. All the scriptures that are written, all the scriptures Mahabharata, Ramayana, they're all the pastimes of the Lord and his devotees within this world. Yeah, but these are the pastimes of the Lord which are happening in the spiritual world, but they are being described here. That is the beauty, that is the astonishing fact, and that's what this scripture becomes even more unique, because how did it happen? Because the two brothers or the two sons of Nalkuber and
Money.
Manigriv. Nalkuber and Manigriv, when they were cursed by Narad Muni, then that time they stayed as trees for many, many years. For many, many years they stay. And Gurudev used to describe that how a student gets punishment in the class with their hands up. Yes, in the class. Similarly, the trees are standing with their hands up, like the trees stand in the courtyard of Nanda Baba. But although it's one way it seems like as if Narad Muni cursed them, but this curse is better than many, many blessings. Why? Because they were born in the courtyard of Nanda Baba, where they got to witness the pastimes of Lord Krishna that he performed. They themselves witnessed. So how fortunate a person, how fortunate a soul which gets to witness the pastimes of the Lord. And when they witness all these pastimes, then when at the time of performing the Ukhal pastime, the grinding mortar pastime, when the grinding mortar touched the trees, Gurudev describes that actually both the trees fell down when Krishna was tied to the grinding mortar. मालूम है ना ये कथा जिसमें in which Krishna is tied to the grinding mortar with a rope. His belly is tied to the grinding mortar, and then he begins to pull it. And as he's beginning to pull it, it falls down. And now it is being, and as he's pulling it, he walks through these two trees. And as he's walking through these trees, that time, Gurudev describes that it didn't even actually pull very hard. The grinding mortar, ukhal, in Hindi or Sanskrit, the ukhal touched the trees, and as soon as it touched the trees, both of them fell down. Both the trees fell down. And both the trees fell down, Gurudev describes that they fell down sideways. Why did they fall down sideways? Why?
They wouldn't harm Krishna.
So that they won't harm Krishna and his friends. Because Krishna was not alone. Krishna was with his friends. His friends were cheering along. Come on, come on, come on. So he was pulling. And as he's pulling, the grinding mortar touched the trees. And both the trees fell down on either side, not hurting any friend or Krishna. So then out from there came out to Nalkuber and Manigriv. And then by the mercy or by the blessing of Lord Shri Krishna, by the mercy of Naradji, further again, then they were sent to the spiritual world. When they were sent to the spiritual world, then from there, they gathered in, they used to gather every morning and evening in Nanda Baba's assembly. In the morning and in the evening, they would assemble in the inner quarters of Radharani and other Sakhis, along with Krishna. In the morning, they would describe the pastimes of other ras, Dasyaras, Sakhyaras, Vatsalyaras, etc. And in the evening time, they would describe the pastimes in Madhurya ras, because this is the etiquette that Madhurya ras, it is confidential. It should not be discussed amongst everybody. It should only be discussed amongst those who understand.
This was Navakriya.
Huh?
This was Navakriya and Manigriv.
And Nalkuber and Manigriv, but here in this, when they go back to the spiritual world, they are known as Snigdhkant and Madhukant. They're in this form, in Snigdhkant and Madhukant, they are speaking Harikatha every day.
In Braj.
In Golok Vrindavan. This is what I'm saying. This pastime, this book is, that is why astonishing fact about this book is that these are the pastimes happening in Golok Vrindavan. And in from Golok Vrindavan, this is Jiva Goswami Path by his mercy. Like I told last time we were discussing that as if we have sent our journalist to the spiritual world, and that journalist comes back and reports everything that is happening in the spiritual world. And that is this book, Gopal Champu, that is describing the narrations of Snigdhkant and Madhukant of what they are doing, what they are speaking in the spiritual world. This is, yeah. So this is what we discussed last time. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. And now we'll proceed a little further. Now we'll proceed a little further. Hmm? So this is some car maybe outside. Hmm? Yeah. Now listen to this. This is very beautiful, amazing things coming up. Amazing things coming up. See? There is the book begins like this, that there is a very beautiful place called Vrindavan. And this, although it is one means forest. Yeah? Although it is it is a forest, but the fact is, although being a forest, but actually it is protecting everybody. Usually a forest is a deep, dark place, but this is such a forest that it is protecting everybody. Hmm? Protecting everybody means that anybody who will enter a forest, a wild forest, what happens? He's attacked by tigers, wild animals, or even some dacoits, etc. But this is such a forest that anybody who enters this forest actually gains a lot of nectar. So much so, and he becomes so nectarian, he feels so blissful entering this Vrindavan, so much so that anything that he has enjoyed, anything that he has found relishable up till now, it all becomes pika, it all becomes tasteless for him, isn't it? So much so that Srila Yoga Swami was describing, so much so that even mumukshus means those who are wanting liberation, hmm? who are wanting liberation, that also becomes tasteless. You know, devotees think, hear this, that, oh, mumukshu, that, oh, mukti, it is nothing. But to attain mukti, actually people work very hard. They work very hard. And it is not that it is 99% of the people in the world today, if you ask them the meaning of happiness, if suppose they are disease free, they are young, they are handsome or beautiful, pretty, and if they have a healthy body, and if they have enough money to uh, maintain themselves and enjoy themselves, they feel this is happiness, isn't it? They feel this is happiness. Means if you are not being troubled by anything, you have attained the stage of mukti, liberation. So I mean, everybody thinks that, oh, because we are not being troubled, we are happy. But this is not real happiness. This is not real happiness. And a person in the material world, if he is given all these facilities and all, he will feel himself blissful. And actually, we don't know this yet. If we are given a lot of wealth, if we are given a lot of facilities, will we take it or we will refuse it? Yeah, it's difficult to say yet at the moment. But for such people also, those who are absorbed in the so-called material happiness or so-called liberation, those who are wanting liberation, one of the definition of liberation means you're free from all anxiety, all disturbances also. For them, they feel that, oh, I have everything. But for such people also, it is being described here that when they enter Vrindavan, when they are in Vrindavan, Haribo, when they are in Vrindavan, then they also become attracted to Krishna and Krishna's pastimes. This is the beauty of this Vrindavan. Hmm? And now it is being described Vrindavan. Now, what is the difference between Vrindavan and the other places, holy places? Any idea?
Love Krishna.
You know that pastime? Speak that pastime.
When Krishna appeared in Mathura, Vasudev, he brought Vasudev Krishna across the Yamuna to the courtyard to the house of Nanda Baba and put him down in the on the bed, and this Mathurish Krishna and Vrindavan Krishna, they
Merged. Hmm. Hmm. So, one time, the Lord declared to Prayagraj. You know what is Prayag? You know where Kumbh Mela is taken. One day, Prayag was declared as the king of all the holy places. Hmm? And after some time, Naraji came to Prayag. You know the story? After some time, Naraji came to Prayag, and he said, Krishna has cheated you. He said, why? He said, he has told you that you are the king of the holy places. He says, yes, he has declared this to me. Everybody knows this, and I am the king of all the holy places. He said, but does Vrindavan ever come to pay his dandavats to you? Does Vrindavan ever come to pay their respects to you? He said, no. Hmm? Does it ever pay obeisances to you? He said, no. He said, see, the Lord has cheated you. Then he started wondering, yeah, it's true. Then he went to the Lord. And he went to the Lord. He said, oh Lord, you have made me the king of all the holy places, but the Vrindavan is never coming to pay me any dandavats. Vrindavan doesn't come to pay me or respects. If I am the king of all the holy places, then why am I not being paid respects by Vrindavan? Sheesh. Then what did the Lord reply? You know,
that Vrindavan Dham, not just the holy.
that I have made you Tirath Raj, I have made you the king of the holy places. I have not made you the king of my own dham. What is the difference between holy places and dham? What is the difference between holy places and dham?
Dham means the home of the Lord, where the Lord takes birth.
Where the Lord takes birth, where the Lord resides, that is known as dham. And where the Lord is passing through, or where his devotees have performed his pastimes, or where his devotees have stayed there, performed their sadhana, etc., that is known as a holy place. There is a very big difference. Like if a company, suppose somebody is having a very huge company, he can make anybody, he can make somebody qualified person, he can make the person CEO of his company. But when he makes CEO of his company, it doesn't mean that he becomes CEO for his husband and children also, or of his wife and children also. No, for that he is there. That's what he's saying, that this is my dham. Dham means the place. But also it is said that is there any other dham except Vrindavan?
Yes.
Which one?
Navadvip Dham.
And
Puri Dham.
and
And True.
Badrinath, because Badrinath also the Lord himself is residing. Ayodhya. Ayodhya is the dham. Ayodhya is also dham. But although these are dham, but it is described, Vrindavan is the topmost dham. There are dham, other dhams are also there, but Vrindavan is the topmost dham. Jagannath Puri. Jagannath Puri is Dham because Lord Jagannath resides there. That is his home. He resides there. And Ayodhya, he took birth. And Ayodhya, he performs his pastimes there. He took birth there. And Badrinath also, he's performing his austerities. He's performing his austerities in Badrinath. So there are other holy dham also, but still Vrindavan. And when we say Vrindavan, include Navadip also, because Vrindavan and Navadip are non-different from each other. Yeah. So when I say Vrindavan, don't get confused, because Vrindavan and Navadip are non-different from each other. Because Navadip is what? Hidden Vrindavan. Vrindavan is Navadip is hidden Vrindavan. So when I say Vrindavan, it means Navadip also. But Vrindavan is the topmost dham. Vrindavan is the topmost dham. Why? Vrindavan is topmost dham because yes, the highest pastimes that are there in the universe are being performed by him in Vrindavan. And number one, he's wandering here and there in Vrindavan, performing his human-like pastimes. Human-like pastimes. We have discussed this earlier also. When we say the Lord is performing human-like pastimes, it is for our understanding. But actually, the Lord's pastimes are original. Whatever we are doing, we are copying the Lord. So actually, we are performing Lord-like pastimes. It is not that the Lord is performing human. It is for our explanation. It's for our understanding. We speak that He is performing human-like pastimes, because usually when we speak about the Supreme, usually in uh, any place you go, in any religion you go, they have understanding that somebody who's supreme, he cannot have the same form, cannot have the same uh, strength, or cannot have the same features as human being. If he has the same features as human being, then how is he different from us? This is what they confuse, yes. And because of this, they start thinking of so many things. Because he cannot be the same as Lord, so that's why they start thinking of so many things. That, oh, the Lord has to be different from the human form, so he's Noor. Noor means he's only effulgence. Or they say that he has 4 hands, or they say he has this. So many features they describe, but they cannot imagine that the Lord will have the same features as the humans. But there is a huge difference. Although the Lord has the same features, same 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 eyes, etc. But although it looks same, but it is like day and night, like chalk and cheese, because his body is transcendental and ours is made up of material elements. You can speak something that how his body is transcendental and how we are just made of material elements and all. What does it mean?
That even though the Lord performs his pastime here on earth, he is not controlled by material energy, just like how the guard or the manager of the prison is not actually under the restriction of the rules of the prison. In the same way, the Supreme Lord, he comes into the material world, but he is aloof from the material energies.
Sanjay Prabhu, understand what he was saying? What he's saying is that you see, when we come, we take birth according to our karma. We are taking birth according to our karma. Karma means whatever activities we have performed in the past, as a result of that, you get such and such body. Such and such body means body includes your mind, your speech, your intelligence, everything that is given to you. Every ability that you have in this body is according to your past karma. Yeah? And that is why this body is called material. Because you have created material karma, you will get material reactions or whatever. Everything is a reaction, I would say. Even what so-called enjoyment is also a reaction, actually. But the Lord, when he takes birth, he is not coming here out of being forced by his karma. Even if you want, is there anybody in this world who does not want to have $20 million, beautiful, healthy body, never to die, and always be happy? Is there anybody in this world who doesn't want this? Everybody wants this, isn't it? Everybody wants very happy life, very big house, very this, very good this and that. But can they attain it? No, no. Only you attain whatever is destined to you according to your karma, past activities. Yeah. But the Lord is not like that. The Lord is not. The Lord comes here on his own accord. And he comes here how? Whenever he decides. What does he say? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirvavati bharata. Yeah, he says, whenever there is a decline in the religious principles, I come. I incarnate. He doesn't say he takes birth. He says, I come. Means he comes and the Lord is independent. Although the Lord is independent, but still the Lord can see in the future so clearly everything, because what is time? Time is Lord himself. Time is not different from Lord. So that's why he can, in the future, what will happen, he can see. And some of the scriptures reveal when he will come, according to the Lord's vision. So sometimes, although it is written in the scripture that he'll come at such and such place, he'll come at such and such time, it doesn't mean that he's forced to come. It's not he's not forced to come, because the Lord is independent. The Lord is independent, and Lord's birth is what does this Bhagavad Gita, that shlok say? You remember?
Jan,
Janma karma chame
karma,
chame divyam evam yo veti tatvata. Yeah. Janma karma chame devam evam yo veti tatvata. He said, Naiti mameti, so Arjuna. He's saying that if somebody understands the transcendental nature of my birth and my activities, he will never take birth again. He will never take birth again. You understand? This is so easy. If you just understand about his birth and about his activities, transcendental nature about his birth and activities, you don't have to take birth again. Huh? What does it mean? If we understand, if we start seeing Krishna as, oh, he's performing the same activity as us, he's stealing. He's stealing. Like everybody's stealing, he's also stealing. Some people tell lies and he also tells lies. So because those who speak lie in the material world, those who steal, they are known as thieves and they are known as bad elements. So Krishna is also bad element. Yeah. But if we understand the transcendental nature of his activities, we understand the transcendental nature of activities, it will be beneficial for us. If we understand really properly, tatvata, properly, factually, clearly, then we don't even have to take birth. Just by understanding about his birth and about his activity, we don't have to take birth again. This is what it means. Tyaktava deha punarjanmino na iti samam. So Arjuna. Yeah, this is the shlok. This is what it means. And this is one thing, and another is his body is not made up of material elements like we are. This body is made up of. This is another. We can discuss so many things about it, but I'm just giving the gist of this. That his body is not made up of material elements. Like, what is our body made up of? Somebody asked there's some devotee in Vrindavan, and somebody asked that, oh Lord, oh Prabhu, I get attracted to so many. There are so much beauty in the material world and male form, and he was speaking that I get attracted to sometimes some beautiful female forms and all. And what should I do about it? He said, his reply was, how do you get attracted? He said, don't you find anything? So he's asking to this Vaishnav, this devotee, don't you think there is so much beauty in this and you can get distracted? He said, what beauty do you find in? I haven't found anything beautiful in this material world up till now. Not one thing. He said, why? He said, because everything that you see is made up of blood, urine, mucus, stool, bones, etc. And anything that is made by these disgusting material, how can there be beauty? It is just a very nice outside covering. There's something, suppose today if somebody says to you that there are so much dirt and everything and all, everything is garbage, and you package it very nicely, will you accept it? Will you accept it? This is what a material body is. Material body actually is complete garbage covered by a very beautiful packaging from outside. Sometimes, yes, Prabhu.
Is that packaging outside that comes to your life? That packaging, that we get, you get enamored by just some superficial external appearance. Is that
Prabhu, the beauty is.
Where it's gone?
Oh, Hari Bol. Jai. Like it says, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. What does it mean? It means how you'll perceive it, how you'll perceive the beauty, like that it will be beautiful. If a person really factually sees only the external, beauty and all, then he will find it, she will find it beautiful. But if you just see that the actually what it is made up of, actually what it is made up of, then you cannot be attracted to that. But at the moment we are attracted to something that is materially beautiful is because you do not understand it really what it is. Yeah, this is Maya. This is Maya. It is Maya is actually covering our eyes, covering our eyes actually, isn't it? Like yes, it is us who are covered with this. We are giving now. Question, what question should arise from here is that how to remove this covering of Maya. That is the most important question. How to remove the covering of Maya. That is the most important question. How? How can we remove the covering of Maya?
By taking the association of very wise people, study,
Hmm?
Sarvasangana Kirtan.
Hmm. You see, we will be enamored by the material beauty as long as we haven't really understood the temporary nature of the material world. Till we do not come to this, knowledge itself is not enough. Knowledge, we have all, we have heard so much Shastra, we have heard so much Katha and all. Everybody knows that this is a material body made up of material elements. Who is this person in this world who is still not attracted by the material beauty? Attracted. Or maybe you're not attracted to a female or body or something, but still you may get attracted to a very beautiful car, very beautiful valley, very beautiful mountains. Hmm? But everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. And something that is temporary cannot be really attractive. Anything that is temporary cannot be really attractive. For a person to be really attractive, it first of all, the first nature of it should be that it should be permanent. Otherwise, if you say, "Oh, I love," so you say the material world also, you can see that if the girl says to the boy or the boy says to the girl that, "Oh, I love you. I have so much affection for you, but I will love you for 1 year." Yeah. If you say that I love you only for 1 year, it means that you don't love actually, isn't it? If you really love, then you should have love fixed. But how can you have love fixed if the nature of the body that you are loving is temporary? It changes. The person's nature changes. The person's facial features change. So many things. How can you love the same way that you loved in the beginning? So it means actually what was your attraction, that is not real love. That is just you are being enamored in the moment and all. And after some time, gradually, you know, if we followed Vedic culture properly, then we would come to realization very quick. The thing is that we do not follow Vedic culture properly. The Vedic culture says, get married once. What happens? In the beginning, the boy and the girl, they're very attracted to each other. Hmm? Uh, like how they meet, they're dating, they're meeting each other for say 6 months, 1 year, they meet each other and they're so attracted, they cannot live without each other. Oh, I cannot live without you. And then the boy proposes to the girl proposes to the boy, and they start living with each other. Within 6 months, what happens? Within 1 year, what happens? Within 2 years, that love, that intensity of love is still there. That affection, not love, not real love, that attraction is still there. No, it's gone. So actually, what our Varnashram is saying that get married only once. Why? Because get married only once because they know, the Vedic culture knows, all the sages, the Lord, they know that once you get married and you start living with the person, very quickly you will come to understand that there is no love actually. There is no actual love. But the problem is, instead of coming to this conclusion, we leave and we get married again. We leave, get married again. So this, because of this uh, cycle of marriage and remarriage and divorce and all that, totally. Like Siddhanta Maharaj used to say, Siddhanta Maharaj used to say, love at first sight and divorce at first fight. Love at first sight, divorce at first fight. This is the way it is. And then you again, no. If you really are a thinking person, if you really are, enamored, and if you get married once, an intelligent person should understand. Intelligent person is one who will understand from his lessons, not that he will again keep on repeating the same mistake again and again and again and birth after birth, even this birth so many times and then again birth after birth. That's not intelligent. That's not intelligent. So we have to come to this understanding that everything is temporary, and because of being temporary in nature, there can be no permanent relationship. If there is no permanent relationship, how can there be some love and affection? How can? That's why the only object of love in this anywhere in the universe is our Guru Varga, the Supreme Lord. Nobody, nothing else. Didi? Oh, I'm a little hard of hearing. What's it?
How can we understand that the Lord's body is transcendental even in his earthly pastimes?
Hmm. Very simple. Very simple. You can see that although he's performing his human-like pastimes, but sometimes he shows that he's not human actually. He shows. Which child in the world have you seen killing a demoness at 6 days of life? A child is born 6 days, and and then he lifts up Govardhan. Huh? Sorry? He, you understand that when he comes to the material world, when he comes to the material world, he will perform pastimes exactly like humans perform. He will do all the activities like humans perform. But when the Lord wanted to study, when the Lord wanted to study, then he did not choose Gargamuni to be his. He did not choose any devotee to be his guru. He chose Sandipani Muni. You know why? Sandipani Muni. He chose as his teacher. You know why? He did not want anybody else to be his guru. Other people were there who were devotees. Hmm? And who were devotees. And he was thinking, if I study through them, they will immediately understand that I am the Lord. And because if you will, they will understand that he is the Lord. How can you teach the Lord? Not possible. So Sandipani Muni, he taught him. And when he taught him, then it was astonishing that, somebody studies engineering. Yeah? Somebody studies engineering. How does he study? Think about this. Think about this. He studies engineering. He passed his school for 10, 12 years. He studies in the school. Then he goes to uni. Then he studies in the uni for 4, 5 years. And then he specializes in something. Then after 17, 18, 19, 20 years, he becomes an engineer. But here is Krishna. He's studying engineering in one day. Morning he starts. By the evening, he's engineer. Medicine in one day. Any other art is right. 64 arts he perfected within 64 days. How is that possible for any human? Is that possible? But still, Sandipani Muni, he could not really understand that he is the Lord. So sometimes he will perform such activities which a devotee will immediately understand that he is the Lord. But non-devotees do not understand. Non-devotees cannot. Duryodhan was also with Krishna, yes? Duryodhan was with Krishna. Now, Karna was with Krishna. Karna, okay, he had some understanding about Krishna, but there were Duryodhan, Dhritarashtra, and so many other people were there in Duryodhan's army who were ready to kill Krishna. Shishupal, Shishupal, there were so many people, they were not with Krishna. They were with Krishna, but still they were like not understanding really his nature, that who is he actually. So sometimes, and now the Lord does not disturb your thought process. He does not disturb what your faith, whatever your belief, whatever your faith is, he does not disturb. What he does is, because he can easily show something, something astonishing and all. And then even if he shows something astonishing, then what happens? He lifted up the Giriraj Govardhan. If you can lift up 10 kgs, yes, easily. You can lift up 10 kgs. It's no problem for us lifting 10 kgs, yeah? Lift up 10 kg for like this for half an hour. How does the 10 kg feel like after half an hour? It feels very heavy, isn't it? Very heavy. You cannot even hold it for 5 minutes. What does you for half an hour? And here Krishna is lifting up Giriraj Govardhan on the little finger of his left hand, entire mountain for 7 days and 7 nights. If you think about it, that's also nothing astonishing. The Lord who can float, what is this Giriraj Govardhan? Nothing. The Lord, by his potency, he can keep billions and billions kilometer diameter sun and earth and planets floating in the air. What is one Giriraj? Nothing. Nothing. Huh? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So those who are devotees, they immediately understand that, who is he? He's my Lord. But those who are demoniac, they will only find faults in him. Everything they will find fault in him. Everything, whatever he will do, he cannot do anything correct. For those who are demonic in nature, demonic means envious also. Why can he be like? Why can he do this? Why should he do this? Why should he enjoy this? Why not me? So that is demonic nature. But then there is another Maya also there. Although he lifted Giriraj Govardhan, but Nanda Baba himself did not think that he is Krishna. So is he also demoniac? No. When you have a lot of love and affection, then also you cannot see that he is like I'll give you an example. Suppose the Prime Minister of India, Modi, but when he goes to his mother, does his mother also show this same awe and reverence that all the other people show? No. Even Modi went and he touched her feet. He touched her feet every time. Because after all, whatever happens, I am your son. Is she enamored? Is she like finding something astonishing? No, he's my son. He's the thing. When you have a lot of affection, then also you do not consider that, oh, he's doing something wonderful. Yeah, you may feel proud, you may feel happy, like Nanda Baba is feeling proud. Nanda is feeling happy. Mother Yashoda is feeling proud and happy that, oh, they're boasting, like, oh, my son. Sometimes some people come and tell Nanda Baba that, you should not chastise him. Even after lifting of Giriraj, some Gopals came to him and they said that you should not chastise him. I said, why? He said, he is supreme. And he started laughing. Nanda Baba started laughing. He said, he is supreme. What kind of a supreme he is? He is the Lord. I said, oh, he's Bhagavan. He said, what kind of Bhagavan is he? Which Bhagavan have you heard who lies, who cheats, who steals? Have you heard of such Bhagavan? It means so much affection. When you have so much affection, when you have so much love, you have so much affection. Think about this, those who are parents here. Think about it, you have so much love and affection for your child. Whatever astonishing he does, you will still chastise. Can't you keep your socks properly? Can't you keep your shoes properly? This is the nature, yeah. This is so much love and affection, that you don't find anything astonishing. You don't find, oh, he's doing something. Yeah, he's my son. He's my son. So when love and affection is there, then also. But that love and affection is very different from the enviousness of the demoniac. Very, very. It is like 180 degrees apart. 180 degrees apart. That is going in this direction. This is going in another direction. But still, out of affection also, Shri Shri Radha Govind Ji ki jai. Out of extreme love and affection also, you cannot see, and out of extreme enviousness also, you cannot see. Although they are 180 degrees apart, but still you will not be able to see. Prabhu?
When Sandipani Muni, he sent, if he didn't really know the true power of Krishna, why did he send Krishna to receive his son?
Good question. समझ रहे क्या पूछा? हाँ. Why? Because he knew that he had heard that when Krishna he rescued Devaki, and that time he also brought back to life her 6 sons that were drowned. So they had heard this. They knew that he had some power. He had some mystical power. But to understand that he is God, no. They did not understand this. They had some doubts. They had some, when you have love and affection, you can have, when you think about somebody as a supreme Lord and all, there are 2 types of emotions that it might bring in you. What? In the beginning, you start to feel awe and reverence. In the beginning, they may be beginning to realize that, oh, he's not an ordinary person. Oh, he can do so many wonderful things. So they knew that he's done so many wonderful things. So they thought that, oh, if he can do so many wonderful things, he can bring back the sons of Devaki back to life for her to see. Then definitely he can bring back our sons because of the past precedent, what had happened, the past what they had seen. Out of that, they requested him. They could not understand, but yeah, they had some awe and reverence. And but you can only understand Krishna, his true nature and all, only by one thing, by the association of the devotees. There is no other way. Otherwise, you will develop awe and reverence. And awe and reverence, if you worship the Lord in awe and reverence, it is the beginning stage. It is the beginning. It is not what really the Lord is hankering for. If the Lord would be hankering for that, awe and reverence, then he would not say that my highest devotees are the gopis. And he would not say that when the gopis speak chastising words to me, I find them that more attractive than all the shrutis when they chant their choiceful shlokas at me. Now, it means that he finds this the highest, and that's what our Gurudev, our Guruvar is giving us by that association, and that can only be attained. That is why Diksha is required. That is why you have to take on Guru. That is why, because you can develop awe and reverence, you can develop some relationship, you can develop some, you know, like you can admire somebody and all, but love and affection can only be had, or you can only have love and affection for a person when the person is merciful on you. When the person is very close to you, the person is very kind. You cannot love a person unless until the person is very kind to you. Can you love a person who's not kind to you? You can hate him, you can be afraid of him, you can be careful of him, but love and affection comes only from the heart, only when you realize that actually he has such wonderful qualities, that he's so merciful, he's so kind. And who can understand this, that Krishna is so kind, he's so merciful? Only his very close associates. Only his very close associates who know him thoroughly. Who know him thoroughly. That is why we take the association of the Vaishnavas. That is what the Vaishnava. Vaishnava means somebody who has come to understand, who knows Krishna very well. Not very well, he knows him completely. Unless and until he will not know completely, he will not be able to give that love and affection. He must have experienced the love and affection himself. He must have. Then he can give it to you. If he himself hasn't experienced that love and affection, he cannot give it to you. I can tell you that, oh, Krishna lifted Govardhan, oh, Krishna did this, Krishna did wonderful activities. You can develop some awe and reverence for him. You can develop some admiration for him. And when you hear about some people may even develop some fear of him. Huh? Some people may even develop fear of him. But love and affection is very, very more intimate. Love and affection is very, very much, much deeper. Only unless and until somebody, some Vaishnav is not merciful on you, you will not be able to come to have love and affection for Krishna. So when we are hearing this Gopal Champu, this is what by our humble efforts, this is what our effort is, that we try to develop love and affection for Krishna. That is why I love this Gopal Champu, because it shows you Krishna as a person. This is another part of, I think I forgot to mention last time, that this is the scripture. Most of the scriptures, Srimad Bhagavatam and other scriptures, they speak from Radharani's side. Shukadeva Goswami, yeah, the Srimad Bhagavatam means he's from Radharani's side. But this, although Srila Yoga Goswami Pad is Manjari, Vilas Manjari, but still he's speaking about Krishna in great detail in this scripture. As we will progress, you will see that he will disclose to you why Krishna is doing something, what Krishna is feeling in such times. And when you hear all these things, you will become very close to Krishna. You will feel like, oh, I can relate to this. And then you will understand how beautiful and how sweet is Krishna's moods. I will give you one example. I will give you. When it is declared by Gargamani that the gopis cannot be married to Krishna, and they're very young, and it is decided that Gargamuni decides that they should not get married to Krishna because he is why? Because he has come to perform. He gives some astrological reasons and all, but I'm telling you the deeper reason that because he has come to perform here Parakiya Bhav pastimes. If they get married, then Parakiya Bhav pastimes will not be possible. So it is declared, but because the gopis, the young gopis, they have never thought about anybody else. They cannot think about anybody else right from birth. Right from their birth, they have nobody in their heart, nobody in their mind, nothing at all. Yeah, nothing. So they have already always heard about Krishna. They've always have affection, had affection for Krishna, and that's how they have grown up. And now to suddenly tell them that the gopis have are not supposed to be married, there is a great detailed description about how the gopis feel. There's a great detailed description in the Srimad Bhagavatam how the gopis feel, how Lalita Sakhi, Radharani is feeling. Yeah, there is a great in many many scriptures, but hardly you will ever see how Krishna is feeling. And that is what Srimad Gopal Champu is describing. It is describing that how when Krishna hears this, he goes to Yamuna, at the banks of Yamuna, and he's sitting there very quietly. He's sitting there and he is like still like a flame. Think of a candle flame. When the room is still, there is no breeze in the room. How is the candle flame lit? It's lit very effulgent, but it is still. You can see some motion is there, but still the flame is still. Yeah, the flame is completely still. Like that, Krishna, very effulgent, very beautiful, and he's just sitting there, burning from inside. He's burning from inside, and he's just sitting there. And when he's thinking about how that he will not be married to the gopis, he's sitting there, and very quietly, very gravely, he's sitting there. And then Purnamasi approaches him from behind, and she understands Krishna's mood because Purnamasi is what? Yoga Maya. Purnamasi Yoga. So she understands Krishna's mood, and when she sees this, she's spellbound by looking at Krishna's mood. She's not only spellbound, she's wonderstruck at Krishna's mood, and she can understand that how Krishna is so deeply in thoughts of Radharani and the gopis, and what kind of distress, like she can feel the burning from his heart. She can feel that heat of burn, of separation emanating from his body. And then he even has slight tears in his eyes. And he's just sitting there. He has slight tears in his eyes. And then when he senses that Purnamasi is behind him, he immediately acts as if nothing has happened. He immediately behaves as if nothing. This is the beauty of Krishna. This is the sweetness of Krishna. When you understand Krishna to be so sweet, so kind, and so loving, which person in the universe will not love such a person? Tell me. Which person in this universe cannot be attracted to such a person? That he, for his devotees, he becomes so disturbed. When he goes to, when in Gop Kumar's story, yeah, in Gop Kumar's story, when Gop Kumar meets him for the first time, you remember that? In Brihad Bhagavatamrita it is described, when he meets him for the first time, he has traveled from Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, he travels to all the planetary systems, and then in the end he reaches, after traveling from Ayodhya to Dwaraka to Mathura, now he has reached Gaurav Vrindavan. When he reaches there, that time he sees that the place that he has reached now, Golok Vrindavan, after chanting Gopal mantra, after being guided by Narad Muni everywhere and all, that time when he reaches Golok Vrindavan, that time he sees, where is Krishna? He is searching out. I have come to Golok Vrindavan. I have heard that Krishna is in Golok Vrindavan. Think about this. He has just arrived there. Now if you just arrive in the spiritual world, you just arrive at a new city, you don't know your whereabouts. You don't know who is living where. Maybe you know that Raj Kishori is living in Murvilamba, but you don't know which is their house. Yeah. So you come here, you ask, where is the home? He's also there. And where is Krishna? And nobody's answering him. Nobody's answering him. I said, what kind of people are there? Nobody's answering. I'm asking, where is Krishna? And then he notices he asking everybody, Nobody's answering him, but he notices that although they're not answering him, but they're all looking in one direction. All of them look, then he notices not only the people are looking in that direction, he notices that there are so many birds who are like still, and they are sitting on the trees, and all the birds are looking in that. Then he notices not only the birds, the trees that they are sitting on, the leaves and the flowers are also looking in that direction. And not only the trees and the flowers, the animals, the grass, everything that he sees, oh, they're all looking in that direction. He says, where are they looking? Then he sees that, oh, it is the time of Godhuli. Godhuli means dusk. Go means the cows, Dhuli means the dust. So when Krishna comes from the forest, that time there are so many millions of cows that it raises dust in the air. And this dust, when it settles on Krishna's cheeks, although if it will settle on us, I don't know how we will look, but Krishna looks even more beautiful. Even he looks more decorated by the Braj Raj. He looks even more beautiful. And like this, when he sees this, then he sees that, oh, that's what everybody's looking at. That some dust is arising on the horizon. He keeps on looking. He knows that, yeah, Krishna goes cow grazing. He has heard about this. Krishna goes cow grazing. Krishna does cow grazing every day, and about this time he comes back. And then now his heart begins to beat a little fast. Is it Krishna who's coming back? Think. This is the first time he's going to meet Krishna. And that time when he's thinking like this, his heart begins, and then as the crowd is coming a little closer, he sees somebody wearing yellow and somebody wearing blue right in the front. There are some other kids also, and there are millions of cows. And then he understands that it's Krishna really, and he cannot control himself. And then he runs. Then he runs in that direction, and he runs there. Krishna also sees him, and Krishna also runs, and they both meet in the middle. And then Krishna, when he meets him, he embraces him tightly. And he whispers in his ears, what took you so long? What took you so long? And afterwards he reminds him, that time you remember, you were there and some Brahmin came to you to do this, do that. That was me. You remember on that day this happened to you? That was me. He reminds him all those things. And saying all this, Gop Kumar, when he hears all this, he faints. And Krishna also faints, embracing each other. This is Krishna. This is what he is waiting for all of you, all of us. Huh?
It's a beautiful thing.
Yes. This is what we are all waiting for. That is the day we are all waiting for. Krishna is waiting, and that time Krishna reminds him, what took you so long? This is what is Krishna. Tell me, which person in this world, on this universe, when you understand that somebody is waiting for you, hankering for you, your association so much that you will not want to go there. If you are not going there, it is our lacking, our attraction to this, whatever. We again and again become attracted to this world every day. But every day we have to pray, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur is speaking in that bhajan, Gopinath, Sakale Tumari Maya. Your Maya is everywhere. Please be merciful on me so that I can win over this Maya. Prabhu?
With that interaction with Krishna, does that depend on your particular wrath or your particular mood or whatever your position is in relation to Krishna? Like, if we go to Gopal, he's meeting at the festival that Krishna's like the cow, but there are others who got different moods.
Prabhu, Krishna is speaking, Gurudev describes that everybody in this world has a unique relationship with Krishna. And your relationship with Krishna is unique to you. Maybe somebody else is more qualified than you, maybe somebody is more good looking than you, maybe something, but still your relationship with Krishna is yours only. Nobody else can have that relationship. And because nobody else can have that relationship, so he is hankering for every living entity, just the way he waits for him. For him, he waits for you the same way. It doesn't matter what rasa you are in. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. It matters to him that he should come to him. Why waste your time? That is how I understand. That's what I understood from my Guru Varga, that it doesn't matter. He's just waiting for everybody to come. This is what is Gopal Champu, that is describing to us what Krishna is doing, what Krishna is thinking. Hmm? Very powerful, very powerful. So, like this, there are beautiful descriptions, and it's just being described that how we will start Gopal Champu little today, then we will continue next Monday. That how the Sakhas actually Abhir, it is described here. Abhir. Abhir means those who are living in the forest. Like we have discussed this earlier also, all those who are in